Good morning. My name is Casey Knudson. I'm the Director of Teaching and Learning for Burlington-Edison School District, and we have a team from Bayview Elementary here today. And we want to share with you how we support each other in our professional growth. I'd like to start by talking about design thinking. And when you are designing a system that's intended to support people, you have to start with the people and find out what they need in order to be successful. The word for that in design thinking is empathy. And beginning with complete empathy for the end user, really trying to find out what it is that your teachers need in order to be supported in being successful. Not talking about fluffy empathy. Fluffy from that movie, I know you know. We're talking about candor empathy. And candor empathy is having a culture and a climate where people are able to speak openly about their honest truths and what they need in order to be successful. Oddly enough, not only is that important for the design process, that's really important for your system of support and the success of your organization. So when we talk TPEP, this is what we think. It's the Teacher-Principal Empathy Project. Why is empathy so critical? Look at these standards. The academic and non-academic expectations for our students are rigorous, rich, robust, more so than they've ever been. So when we have to have students coming out of our system that have these kinds of competencies, it better lead us to ask some empathy-based questions. What kinds of learning experiences lead to those competencies for each and every one of our students? And equally, if not more important, what do you need as teachers in order to make that a reality for each and every one of our students? As we asked that question of our teachers, response after response after response ended up on the distinguished level of the rubric. We're a Danielson district. So we came up with this premise. If our teachers work in a system that truly supports them in developing and delivering deep, meaningful learning experiences for students, then they will move beyond proficient in their craft. So,
Casey, I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you mind if I come up? So my name is Todd Hauser. I'm a fourth grade teacher in Burlington-Edison. And I just want to make sure people understand, we're not building a new system with more rubrics, right? We're not building a new system with more forms the teachers have to fill out. What we're building is a value system. We're building a set of principles, a belief that the teachers are trusted professionals who want to learn and improve. And there's no question that TPEP is a superior evaluation model. I mean, that's my old evaluation, and one of the criteria was shows an interest in teaching pupils. And I really believe, that's a pretty low bar, right? And so TPEP is way better than before, but what we're doing in Burlington-Edison that's really magical is we're creating a value system. We believe that teachers need to be creative thinkers. We believe that teachers need to be risk takers. We need to think out of the box. Because we can't change our profession and we can't get better outcomes if we do the same things that we've been doing before. And so one of the things that I really wanted to do this year that was different out of the box is I wanted to use student perception surveys in my classroom. And it would have been very easy for administrators to say, we don't do that. We don't know how to do that. That's not something we've ever seen or done before. But the message that I got from my principal, Aaron Dara, and the message I got from Casey was, let's go for it. Let's try it. And I found this perception survey that was actually done by Harvard, and I've been using it in my classroom this year. And what it's done is it's completely transformed the way I see myself as a teacher and the way I look at my students, and I'm getting information about teaching and learning that was invisible for the first 15 years of my career. And it's really just amazing when you have that support to think outside the box, what we can really do, what is possible. We don't even know what is possible. And so what's fascinating to me is I'm a 15-year teacher, but I'm working harder than I've ever worked before. And I hear the people saying, there's this attitude that the first year is really hard and then it gets easier, but not if you have a growth mindset. Because if you have a growth mindset, you're always looking to improve. And the difference is, I'm working harder than I've ever worked before, but I'm loving it more than I've ever loved it before. I'm getting up in the morning and I'm excited to go to school. Because there's this culture that celebrates teachers as leaders. And there's this culture that's driving innovation, that's driving risk-taking, that's driving creativity, and there's magic in our school, but it's not magic, right? It's leadership, and it's a culture, and it's a system of values that we're all invested in, and that's really the transformative practice. Yes, TPEP is great. TPEP is far better than what we had before, but when married with this belief system, when married with the right values, right, we can actually go above and beyond the places where we've ever been, and we can soar to new heights, and that's what we're doing, and that's why I'm so excited to be in Burlington-Edison, and that's why I hope you come to our presentation later this afternoon. Thank you.